start with Congressman Davis again. State governors are often called upon to tackle crises during their time in office, such as the Gulf Coast governors had to deal with Hurricane Katrina. Can you give examples of times you have operated in a crisis and describe how you would handle crises if faced with them during your first term as governor?
I think Commissioner Sparks and I will be the first to tell you it's nothing like being a governor. One of us is going to be the governor of the state, so I'll take either one of us over those 6 Republicans. I think you would too. The day is going to come when somebody calls room 100 in the governor's mansion and says there's a hurricane barreling in on Mobile. It's time for Mobile to get hit again. Time is going to come when someone says this swine flu stuff that they talked about a few years ago, it's real and it's causing schools to be closed down all over Alabama. I'm going to be more honest with you than some politicians would and say, I'm going to pray for guidance in that moment. I'm going to ask God to let me see with clarity a sound way to deal with unexpected problems. And I'm going to try to do what I have done as a congressman. And frankly, this is a person trying to be a good servant of my Lord. Have a moral compass, have a sense of what's right and what's wrong. Don't vary that sense of what's right and what's wrong based on who you're talking to. And if you have that kind of a moral compass that doesn't change based on who's in the room, that doesn't change based on who you're speaking to, not only will you navigate the big things like crises, you'll give the people of this state the day in, day out governor that we need. What the scripture says, if you've been faithful in these few things, just a few faithful values, you can do a whole lot. I'm going to pray with God that we be the kind of governor.
Congressman, do you remember the quote that you made, the east side of the state, that said it's hard to be a Democrat today? Do you remember the quote that said it's hard to support President Obama's plan? Let's talk about leadership. I've lived under Katrina. I've been an elected official under Katrina. And I was in the congressman's district before he was. The day before and the day after. I was making sure that every poultry farmer in the state had enough feed to feed the chickens in case the power went down. I made sure that every poultry farmer in the state had generators in case the power went down. And after Katrina, I put employees in South Alabama to make sure that the city governments and county governments, we could work with them through the red tape of FEMA and assist them in every way that we can. I stood up for disaster packages when members of my own delegation voted against them. Folks, I've been through Katrina. I know how tough it is when people live through those natural disasters. And I've shown leadership time after time after time with those disasters in Alabama.